Hello, it's Phil at Digital DJ Tips with a look today at the Pioneer DM-40 speakers. Now these are a small active monitor speaker coming in at about $150, just over £100. So they're not an expensive choice, and for the money, I'm going to tell you now, they pack a punch way above their weight. So let's have a closer look at them. You get this speaker here, which is the master speaker. You know it's the master speaker because it has a power light and a volume control on the front there. There's also a headphone socket down the bottom. And around the back is where the power supply goes in, and there's also inputs for RCAs and a jack, so you can put two things in the back there, and outputs here, speaker outputs, and those go to the slave speaker, and this is a slave speaker, and there's where the input goes there. So one speaker does all the good stuff, the other one just kind of like takes the signal from the first one, and that gives you your stereo pair, so they're sold as a pair. This speaker here has therefore got the amplifier in it as well, and it is a standard way of setting these things up. What I liked about these is they actually sound really good for the price. They're very bass heavy, so they have a bass port at the front here, which gives you a lot of punch, and they are, if anything, the treble from the little woofer, the little tweeter here is kind of rounded off, and the bass is where you feel the kick of these speakers. So if they're not, you know, a flat frequency response, they're certainly tailored for the kind of people and situations where you're going to be using these in a small bedroom or a small corner of your living room, wherever, where that's kind of your practice area. You have your DJ controller and your speakers very close to you. They're going to sound great in that environment. Clearly not going to go loud enough for parties. I think they're about 20 watts per side, but certainly big enough and loud enough for playing in your room and for practicing, which is what they're meant for. Now they come with this speaker cable here to connect the two of them. The mains cable here, which plugs your power supply in. The ones we had also came with, that's a European cable. They also came with a UK style cable. Obviously, if you're buying them in the States, they're going to have a cable that suits your electricity supply. They also come with little stickers which can be peeled off. They're like little round stickers like this. You can peel those off and put them on the bottom of the speakers, which just gives you a bit of isolation and stops them wobbling and moving around when you've got the volume pumped up. They also come with this lead here, which is quite clever. It's got one side of it is twin RCAs, the other side of it is a jack plug. So if you're plugging into a DJ controller, which has got this on the back, you can plug this one into one of the inputs on the back of here. And if you're playing from something like your phone, and you want to plug this one into your phone, then equally, because there's this kind of socket on the back as well, you can plug that into the back of there. Of course, if you bought a second lead, then you could plug your phone in when you wanted to and have your DJ controller wired in all the time, or whatever you wanted. For the money, they're great. I can't fault them. Now, we used to love the M-Audio AV40 speakers several years ago. Unfortunately, M-Audio replaced those with an inferior model. The Mark II certainly wasn't as good as the Mark I, and we stopped recommending a speaker down at that price point. I'm happy to recommend these at that price point now for anyone wanting their first speakers. They're not good enough for playing parties, as I said, certainly not good enough for serious music production, but for DJ practice, I can't think of better. They are the DM-40s from Pioneer DJ, and the full review of this has been written up over on Digital DJ Tips. If you found it useful, please do subscribe to the channel and join us. The links are below and around me. I'm Phil for Digital DJ Tips. Thank you very much for watching.